Hello, everyone. This is Reverend Joe, and welcome. I'm just going to talk for a few moments about what happens during an online psychic circle. It's different than what you may expect in an in-person seance or spirit circle, because what we do in a psychic circle online is use our consciousness, our intuitive abilities, and our psychic senses. And the conductor in the presentation of an online psychic presentation, such as a psychic circle, would prepare individuals present to connect with the universal source and go within. So there is some preparation that takes place, and there are some things that really are wonderful that are a little different than what you would use in an in-person mediumship demonstration. As we know, all mediums are psychic. So the medium conducting the circle would be a medium and can detect what is happening in the seance or spirit circle environment, can detect certain phenomena that is happening. And the individuals who are sitters in the in-person circle will also be able to project their auras, their energy in the circle, and we can intermix these energies with whatever entities or spirit is coming into the circle. With a psychic circle, it's a little bit different because we will be sitting in our own environments, relaxing in our own environments, and using our extrasensory perceptions for this actual psychic exercise. Basically, that's what it is. Because in the psychic circle, what we use are things which include telepathy, which is tuning in with the psychic senses, such as clairvoyance, precognition. And it is basically a conscious awareness of the information that is happening and taking place about events external to what is happening where we are sitting, where we are during this online psychic circle. So it is something a little bit different using this technology, because we will be looking at the external senses and using something that is within us and around us in our awareness to get what is not gained with our physical senses. So we will be using our psychic senses, so to speak, and stretching our abilities, because every individual has psychic ability. Some have to develop these psychic senses, and some are intuitively in tune with the awareness around them by their very nature of being. And this is how individuals exist from day to day. Some are more highly sensitive to their surroundings. Some are more highly empathic, that they feel. And I'm just going to briefly go over some of these things because people are curious on how a psychic circle works. Rather than having a lot of physical phenomena that happens during a medium's type of circle, with the energies of everyone building, in a psychic circle, we will be using the energies of all of the participants and our psychic energies to tune them together through time and space. And that is very, very interesting because it does happen. I've seen it happen, and I've been involved in these things, and these happen everywhere. And these have been going on even before the technology has been invented, because people have been sitting in place each night for many, many years and concentrating on something. And they all were able to produce some sort of message for a particular thing. And let me go over some of these psychic senses, or the clairs, as we call them in the field of spiritualism. There's clairvoyance, which is clear seeing. Basically what it means is when you have visions of the past, present, or future in your mind's eye, or your third eye, as we call it. And because many people are highly visual, sometimes that is a primary sense of use during these types of things, and when we have an in-person type of circle. So it's very, very important. And when you're in a psychic circle or something online, it might be a good thing during the portion where you're concentrating and trying to tune in. You might want to have paper and pencil handy to jot certain things that are coming to mind. And so you have the ability to go back, because you might have something to share for someone that is in that presentation that day or evening, and give them some sort of a message, so to speak. Not a mediumistic message, but a psychic message. So it's basically using like the canvas in your mind's eye to present to them a visual, or what you're getting, past, present, or future idea, something that's popping up, what you're getting, to tune into that. The other clair is clairaudience, which is clear hearing. So you will be, at times, even during the course of a day, you may hear words, you may hear sounds, you may hear someone's name, you may hear something like music, which is not actually playing in the background. So that is something that you may wish to tune into. You may want to take note of that during the psychic circle that takes place. So that is important, because that's what we would be tuning in when we have one of these types of presentations. When you want to listen to something audible, but it's not really happening right then and there. You're not really hearing it out loud, but it's in your mind's eye, and you keep saying to yourself, I hear singing. I hear somebody singing, but there's nobody in back of me. There's nobody around me singing a song or whispering to me or telling me their name out loud, but I hear it in their mind's eye. That is clairaudience. And then there's clairsentience, which is clear feeling. This is what a lot of times what we consider what people who say they're empathic. Now, we are all actually empathic. basically, because we can feel things. We can have a entity's emotion. We can tune in on someone else's emotion through time and distance. So if you are using clairvoyance at the same time as using your clairsentient senses, you can pick up someone's feeling of a physical thing as well. So in a situation where you might feel uneasiness, you might feel a stomach grumbling, you might feel an ache or a pain, but you really don't have that ache or pain yourself. You just kind of feel that uneasiness of it. You might feel some sort of a headache or something of that nature where you have that and you feel positive that that's what is going on, that you feel the uneasiness or the sickness or the heaviness. That is clairsentience, the clear feeling, the empathic part of your psychic senses. So those psychic senses include being empathic. So all of us basically are empathic to a degree, some more than others. And while many people say they're an empath, we all basically are empathic to a degree, some more than others. The other thing that we have is clairalience, where we have the clear smelling. So there may be an odor that you're picking up or something of that nature in your mind, but it's not really there where you are. So during these types of laboratory sessions of these psychic circles, and all these things are laboratories. These are spiritualist laboratories that used to go on many, many years ago when they used to have the seances in a home or another building or setting where people used to get together on a regular basis. So you might be smelling something. You might be smelling a cigar or a cigarette or something cooking or someone's cologne or perfume or the scent of someone, how they smelled, or the way a room is, or an outside, or flowers, or a tree, or grass, or the way a lake smells to you, and you're interpreting in that in your own psychic interpretation of what the clairalience is to you, how you're taking that smell and interpreting that smell. So that is one of the other clairs that will take place during these psychic circles, that you will be tuning in the awareness to. And then we have clairgustance, which is the clear tasting. So during your tunings, you might have a taste of a food or something that a meal or a favorite food of someone in spirit or someone in the past, or you're picking up something that is going to happen of someone that you know or will know, or someone that existed that you're tasting something, or something that you've never had before, that you never ate, or you never drank, or you're tasting something new, bitter, sweet, sour, indifferent, salty, sweet, a spice, something to that nature. Something like that may occur during this type of exercise that we go through, whether it's an in-person seance or an online psychic circle with individuals who are tuning in to each other. And this is how you may give a message of interpretation with that person online. And whether you tune in with a phone or a regular phone, a cell phone, a tablet, or a computer with the audio and visual tied in to one of these online psychic circles through Zoom or a similar platform of technology, you'll be able to hear the person's voice, number one, and you can get a lot of energy through that individual while they speak. So when there's a portion of the presentation during a psychic circle online, and we ask each other to share impressions and give something to the group, or to share about someone in the group, a message or what they're picking up for someone else and to share, then that's what we do. We pick up either by viewing that person online or getting it through their voice energy. And that is real interesting how that occurs. So what we will be doing in these exercises is using a super consciousness type of exercise using our extrasensory perceptions, our subconscious mind at work, using what we know about things, what we know about how things work, and putting that all together. And this is why I normally say that all of us have a need to put together our own psychic dictionary. And that is important because we all have our own way of interpreting something which is personal to us, how we would interpret it, how it comes to us, how something tastes to us, how something looks to us. If we have a boat in our mind's eye, if we see a lake in our mind's eye, if we are hearing a tune of some sort, whether it be from the 1900s or the 1930s, 40s, 50s on up, whether it be an impression that we're feeling or an empathic feeling, or the feeling of clairsentience, what we're feeling, that empathic feel that we're picking up. And through telepathy, which has no time and space to pick things up, we stretch our abilities during these online exercises. And it's similar to what they did and what they still do, whether or not they say that they canceled these things with remote viewing, so to speak, to find out answers with different types of governmental experiments. And there's something that was coined some time ago about remote viewing, and that's basically what we are doing with this spiritualist exercise of using our extrasensory perceptions, using these clairs, as we call them, using these psychic senses. So I hope you're able to join us for one of the upcoming psychic circles, and stay tuned. This is Reverend Joe, and I hope that you are well, and don't forget to sign up for one of these sessions at some point. So long and be well. Bye for now.